Orcas are smart, strong, and born to roam the open sea. In the wild, they've never killed a human, not once. But in tanks, the story is very different. Locked in small spaces, everything changes. What turns a peaceful predator into something dangerous? The truth is hard to watch, and it's why orcas deserve the ocean, not a life sentence in a tank. Let's start in the place where orcas are most often seen up close, in captivity. The orcas you see performing in marine parks, jumping, splashing, and seeming to smile, hide a heartbreaking reality. Take Tilikum, the orca made famous by the documentary Blackfish. Captured as a baby, he spent 34 years in captivity, much of it in isolation or with orcas that bullied and injured him. He was kept in small, dark holding tanks for long periods, with no interaction or movement. Over the years, Tilikum became increasingly withdrawn and distressed, eventually lashing out.
Tilikum the Orca has died after more than 2 decades at SeaWorld Orlando, where he gained notoriety for killing a trainer in 2010.
During his time in captivity, he was involved in the deaths of 3 people, including his trainer, Dawn Brancheau. In one chilling moment during a live show, he lunged without warning, grabbed her arm, and dragged her into the water. She didn't stand a chance. The attack was brutal, relentless, and deadly.
When you see the difference between the beginning of the video and the end of the video, you can see that he's just not quite on his game anymore.
But what if I told you his violence wasn't natural? What if it was a desperate, silent scream for help? His story isn't just heartbreaking, it's horrifying. And the worst part, he's not the only one. But here's the shocking part. Wild orcas don't act this way. There has never been a confirmed case of a wild orca killing a human. So why do captive orcas become so dangerous? The reason orcas act so differently in captivity comes down to one thing: their environment. In the wild, these incredible animals swim up to 100 miles a day. They roam vast, open oceans with their families, using sound to navigate and hunt. But in captivity, that life vanishes. Instead, they're trapped in concrete tanks barely larger than a backyard pool. Imagine being stuck in a bathtub for your entire life. No freedom, no space, no escape. These tanks don't just limit where they can go, they take away the mental stimulation they need. One clear sign of this unnatural life is the way their dorsal fins collapse. In the wild, an orca's tall, proud fin is a sign of health. In marine parks, it often flops over, a quiet warning of stress, poor diet, and too little room to move. Over time, things get worse. Trapped in these tight, artificial spaces, many orcas begin to show troubling behaviors. They swim in endless circles with nowhere else to go. Some bang their heads against the walls. Others float for hours, still and silent. These aren't random actions. They're signs of deep mental pain, an emotional breakdown in real time. It only gets worse. Some orcas chew metal bars until their teeth break, leaving open wounds that get infected. Others bite at concrete walls or rub their skin raw against rough tank surfaces. Some slam their bodies again and again into the sides of the tank, as if trying to escape a life they were never meant to live. That's truly heartbreaking. Now here's where things get fascinating. They not only killed, but also, in many more cases, saved human lives and portrayed their heroic instincts. Wild orcas have helped humans. In Alaska, a pod once surrounded a lost diver and kept sharks away until help arrived. In New Zealand, the swimmer has shared the water with orcas who gently nudged them, curious and calm, more like playful puppies than predators. Then there's Luna, the lonely orca who got separated from his pod. He made friends with people on boats, always looking for connection, never causing harm.
I felt that he was desperately lonely.
Here's a whale that doesn't follow the rules.
It was incredibly surreal.
I touched him!
So why don't orcas see us as food? The answer is simple. We're not on their menu. Orcas have cultures. Some groups only eat fish, others hunt seals. But none hunt humans. They're also incredibly smart. Their brains are built for emotions, social bonds, and even grief. They seem to know we're different and not a threat. Now, a new mystery unfolds off the coasts of Spain and Portugal. Orcas are attacking boats, sinking some, leaving scientists scrambling for answers. What's driving this behavior? And could it mean the rules are changing? They've hit over 500 and even sunk some. Sailors say these attacks are not random. The orcas go straight for the rudders. They work in teams like they're following a plan. Some even say the attacks feel personal, like the orcas know exactly what they're doing. Scientists are trying to figure out what's going on. They have a few compelling ideas. One theory is revenge. Maybe a boat hurt an orca and the pod is now fighting back. Another idea is that it started as play but turned into something more dangerous, a deadly game. And all of this comes at a deadly cost. The stress, the confinement, the lack of stimulation. It doesn't just change their behavior, it shortens their lives. In the wild, male orcas can live 50 to 60 years. Females can live into their 80s. But in captivity, many die before they even reach 20. Infections, organ failure, and in some cases, what researchers describe as suicide-like actions. Orcas are some of the smartest creatures on the planet. Many scientists believe their minds may even outmatch chimpanzees. In the wild, they live in close family groups, pass down knowledge, and use their own vocal traditions. But captivity destroys that. Orcas are often kept alone or forced into tanks with unfamiliar and sometimes aggressive others.
The female orca named Morgan, panicking in a small medical pool and ramming its head forcefully against a metal gate.
That brings us back to the big question. So if wild orcas are known for their calm, curious nature, why do they turn violent in marine parks? The answer is heartbreakingly simple. Captivity breaks them. It strips away their freedom, their family, and their minds. Orcas don't belong behind glass or on stage. They belong in the ocean, where they can swim for miles, hunt with their pods, and live full, rich lives the way nature intended. The question now is not whether they are safe for us, it's whether we are safe for them. Should orcas still be kept in marine parks? Let us know in the comments below.